Well, hello, boys and girls. It's when we feel like the clock. I'm Pearl of Wisdom, and you're listening to my NHL Pearls of Wisdom show, otherwise known as the Pearl of Wisdom show. And I'm echoing all the heck. I'm echoing all the heck, John. Holy crap.
Uh,
Can you speak, John? Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear the echo too?
No.
Wow. Okay, this is going to be weird. I don't even know if I can do this. Honestly, it's echoing so badly I can barely understand what you're saying.
Really?
Here, let me try that. I turned my audio capture off. Maybe that was it. Let's see. Oh, okay. No, I am echoing like mad. Okay, I'm just gonna keep on trying to go to see her.
It sounds fine on the stream.
I know it's echoing back to me for some reason. I don't know why.
Something's on that shouldn't be.
And if I take my headset off, it still echoes. Oh my gosh. Why is it doing that, man?
I don't know. I'd have to see your settings. I don't know.
All right, well, we're gonna have to do that real quick because I can't keep on going if it's like this. So I'm gonna show you. How do I share screen here now? Share screen. Okay. Okay. Here's my settings.
Um.
It started doing that when I put the commercial in, but I don't know if that has anything to do with it. It just could be a coincidence.
Um. Which NDI source is me?
You are one. I am
Okay.
two.
Which NDI source is me? Every Is everything else muted other than the two NDI sources?
Yep.
I have no idea why it's doing that.
Oh, wait a second.
The
Yeah, that's NDI source one, right?
that's you. Then everything else is muted.
This never happened before.
I have no idea. That's weird. Um,
Crazy.
fr-
At least last time I was doing that, but when I took my headset out, it stopped. But now it's not even stopping for that when it's both of us on here.
Yeah, I don't know where the echo is coming from because you don't have anything else on other than your mic and mine. It's got to be something with your, like through your source, because it's you that's echoing.
You're echoing too.
Oh, they
You're
both are?
both echoing to me when you talk. That's why I can't do it. Could it be anything in here?
Yeah, maybe. Try properties, maybe.
Oh, I think I know what it could be. I think I know what it could be because I just thought about that. Um, Stream settings. No. Yeah. Normal latency, right? Could it be the latency in here?
I highly doubt it. That's not going to do anything to your audio. That's
Okay.
just making it.
Live and see if it works now that I put it on a different NDI source. We're just throwing crap at a wall here. Probably not, but
Are your headphones set as? No, they should be set as your speaker. Usually this happens when there's two sources set as, but there's only one, so.
all right. Wait a second here. I want to see if any. Can you hear me, CL? Can you hear me on the? Can you hear me on the live? We had lots of people in here to start out too.
I know. Hang on, let me see.
I'll ask CL if you can hear me.
I can hear you. It's kind of low, but I can hear you.
It's kind of low. Well, it's not echoing in my ear, so okay, we're good.
We're good.
As soon
Yeah.
as I change that thing, hopefully the guys come back. We probably lost everybody now. Hello, CL. How you doing, my friend? Here we are at when we feel like 8 o'clock, having our usual issues to start off with, but hopefully people come back. No, Jacket says he can hear us.
I have the stream up right now and I can hear both of us fine. Your volume's a little bit lower than mine, but I can hear both of us.
Okay, that might be just because of the where I have the source. Which one? I was on NDI source. No, my NDI source is up, so I don't know why it would be low. But but is it super low?
No, it's fine.
Okay, fine, good. Let's go.
Let's roll.
Let's roll. We got her. Okay. No, it's starting to echo again. It's echoing again.
It just started up in the middle of it.
All the stuff. Remember when you asked me about is your headphones set at speaker? That's starting to come through now.
That makes no sense.
And it's not echoing for anybody but for me.
Yeah, I just don't know why your voice is feeding back through your own. through your own headset. That makes no sense.
And well, I don't understand. And I
In
yesterday when I unplugged my headphones, it worked fine, and now it's echoing right through my computer altogether now. It's crazy.
um in your computer settings, what set is your mic and what set is your speakers? So it almost sounds like the same thing. No, not in Streamlabs. In like
In
your
my
in your
actual computer
computer.
settings. Okay.
Yeah, in your actual computer. Because it almost seems like the same thing. The same source is set as
So I just
your
go
mic.
to audio.
Yeah. It should be under system,
Okay, let's
or
try.
at least for turn it on for the sources that we're currently using, or maybe just in general. I don't know. I've never used that. I don't know how it works, but it seems to be like a selector for like what gets used and what doesn't.
Hmm, that could be it. First, tell us. I think CL is still here.
I'll turn the.
No, it's echoing right now, but give it a little bit of time.
I can hear. I got the stream back up. I can hear me. I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm getting an echo back at me, CL. I can't do this. I can't do this with that echo coming back to me all the time.
I have no idea why.
And it's still happening now.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I've never had that happen. Um,
Crazy. Well, so we can do the show. Yesterday, when I didn't have anybody else on, I could do it without my.
I'm trying to look some stuff up and see if there's any quick fixes, but I'm not seeing it. I don't know why it would be echoing for you and not for everybody else.
So weird. I wonder if there's anything to.
Hmm.
is so. See, it said there's echo on my end. So I'm somewhere down the line. Steele's asking what's going on.
See, now it says excellent connection. You're streaming to that same live again now.
Okay, let's see if we have any echo. And then I'll know that the echo had something to do with one of the tabs if it that I had up.
Yeah, it looks like we're live again.
We could get about an hour in if it's not echoing. Had to be one of the tabs I had up. I don't know. Yeah, we're back, CL. I think we're good. I shut my computer down and started it back up again, and it went fine. So I don't know. Looks good. Better not say that too soon because it took a long time the last time for the echo to come back.
Yeah.
When you shut your computer down, do you shut all your tabs first before you shut it down, or do you?
Yes, I X out of everything and then shut down.
Okay. Well, that might be why. I don't do that. I didn't know that was something you were supposed to do.
Well, it seems.
It's going now. Hello, everybody.
Okay, well,
Welcome.
let's roll with it then
Yeah.
for the next hour or so.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we're going right to any. Is there any? Was there any? It's not really any big news right now.
No, not right now, no.
Just basically the rumor stuff going on with Buffalo and whatever's going to happen with that. But we've kind of talked that all the heck right now. Hi, CL. How you doing? Thanks for coming into the live. Should have known right from the get-go to shut down and start over again and see how it worked out. But the big news, I suppose, is probably still Boston crapping the bed against New Jersey. I mean, I still can't believe that to this day. I can't believe it.
Yeah, that was their worst loss of the season. Really, really bad against a team that was on a back-to-back and on the road with travel in between, and just a no-show from the Bruins. And it was a really bad loss, really embarrassing. I was not happy, to say the least. And one of those games that you can't afford to lose if you're the Boston Bruins, especially with how tight that division is. I mean, you've got 5 teams, even 6 if you want to include the Rangers, who are kind of trying to creep their way back into things. You've got 6 teams pretty well within, well, I guess now 11 points of each other in that division. And that's a loss that the Bruins can't afford to take. So it was not a good one, and I have legitimate concerns about this Bruins team. There's there are some issues there, and it's some of it's injury related. Not all of it is injury related. Some of it is just flat out poor performance.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest thing with them is they have played down to lower competition,
Yep.
and they always get up for the games against Washington and the games against the Flyers, and they've beaten the Rangers 3 out of 4 times, and they've beaten Pittsburgh twice this season. But then they play a team like New Jersey, and they've struggled with them all year long. And I'm worried about what's going to happen when they play Buffalo, because Buffalo is a team that the Bruins should beat 8 out of 8 times this year, and I'm worried that they might only win 4 of those games because they continue to play down to lesser competition, and it's very frustrating as a fan.
Yeah, I mean it's not it's not like them. That's the other thing. It's not like Boston to do that.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
been
I
way worse this year.
I would think that possibly the problem is a lot of the problem is the fact that they are a lot younger this year. That the leadership there. Like Char was a big loss. Let's
Mm-hmm.
face it, especially on the back end. Like just being sort of a soldier on that end of the bench. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
so hey, Jacket, how you doing? Sorry you guys for the technical difficulties that permeate through this thing. uh, yeah, I'm thinking that's part of it. It's hard to underrate. It's underrated what Chara did for that team, and he's showing it over in Washington. He's playing 25 minutes a night still. A huge emotional leader. Just a leader. He makes you feel
Mhm.
taller, bigger when he's on the ice. Like
Yep.
if so, all of those things. He was probably, like, I'm just guessing here, was a guy that kept people in check and reminding them that you can't play down to your competition, especially for young players, because that was Boston's MO, man. They gave everything no matter who they were playing against.
Hmm.
That's how they won cups. Like, they used to crush weaker teams. Like, and made no apologies for it.
Yep.
So, and that's kind of why, I like that part of the Boston Bruins, because you and I have talked about that before. I don't know why he's so small. Are you talking about on the screen? I'm kidding. No, I don't. uh, I don't know why it does that. It's freaking ridiculous. It's just a
It
little.
has to do with the internet connection and the amount of like the bit rate of what Skype is sending through to Streamlabs and YouTube.
Is that what it is? I don't
Yeah,
know.
so if the less signal there is, the smaller it makes the box.
Yeah. So we can quickly go over the games yesterday, but we'll have to do it quick now
Yeah.
because we would have lots of games to do picks for now for tomorrow. But I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to bring up. I'm afraid to bring up any of these tabs now. That
Well,
was weird.
every game except for one last night was a one goal game, so that was interesting.
Yeah, it was. That was the thing. There's a lot of great games last night. A lot of interesting games last night. And well, I don't even think we're gonna really. Well, we'll quickly go over who picked what and talk as much as we can about each one. But we can't talk too much about it because we're behind by quite a bit.
Yeah.
Um, March 5th. That's not what I want. Where's the ones we did from yesterday?
Oh. M-
There we go. Okay, there was 5 games yesterday, right? It started with Wild versus Vegas.
Six. Yeah.
6. Oh yeah, 6 games. Wild versus Vegas. Okay,
Wild versus Vegas started it.
right. So this Wild team,
They're good.
they're freaking good. They are very good.
Yep.
Uh, they are an exciting team to watch. You can't not like the Wild this year, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I love Kakkonen in goal. This kid's been unbelievable.
Yep.
He's I think won 7 games in a row now that he's played in for Minnesota. I mean they've always been strong on the back end on D. That's kind of where they've built that team was from the back end out, and
Hmm.
now they've got a forward group to go along with it that actually is playing really well. Um, and a lot of those young guys have contributed. Some veteran guys are having better seasons this year where they're starting to really be factors. Kaprizov coming in obviously has been huge. That kid, what a season he's having. But even guys like Victor Rask and Nick Bugstad and Marcus Foligno are having like really good seasons this year. Um, and then you have young guys like Eriksson Ek and Greenway, and obviously Fiala was awesome last year, and he scored the first goal last night. He has 8 goals on the season again this year, so not as great of a year for Fiala, but he's still putting the puck in the net, and the everything's really come together for the Minnesota Wild this year. They have the strong defense. They now have a forward group that can score a decent amount of goals, and they're getting really good goaltending, which they did not get anything close to last year.
Hmm.
Kakkonen coming in has been really awesome for them.
Yeah. Then they talked about it all summer. They were very comfortable with Kakinen, and they brought in Talbot basically to help him. Was
Yep.
that a three-year contract for Talbot?
Yeah, I
Uh,
think so. Two or
Kakinen,
three.
Kakinen is fairly quickly taking the minutes away from Talbot. He's playing really absolutely fantastic. If he can keep up this pace, if he can keep this up for a while, Minnesota's going to be a strong team for quite a few years.
Hmm.
Jacket says he thinks they're good, but they'll be blown out in the playoffs. Which, I mean, that makes sense. They are
Well,
still a very young team, but
yeah, that's the Minnesota Wild way.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's the Minnesota Wild way. But I don't think that's going to be for much longer with this team. They've got some cap room to work with, and the great. It looks like they're not going to have to do a rebuild. That's the main. That's the awesome thing for the fans and everything in Minnesota.
Yep.
So, as far as the Wild, or as far as Vegas is concerned, I mean, they they so far this year they've been kind of up and down a little bit. It's kind of what veteran teams do. They've almost got to that point like, yeah, tell me when the playoffs start.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they didn't have Mark Stone for this game or Alex Petrangelo,
that's
so
true. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
two big guys missing from the lineup.
right. Yeah, absolutely. That being said, Minnesota Wild had played a lot of games. There's not much excuses here. They still could have won. It was relatively close, but Wild's a good team. Can't keep them down. Okay, Jacket had the Wild 3-2. H&R had 2-1 Wild. Close. Hockey
Yeah, that
News
was good.
reports. CL 4-2. Pearlo 5-2. I had the over on that game, but I did have the Wild. Steel was 4-1 Vegas, and Steel's not here. So. Okay, Blues versus Sharks. What was the score of that game? It was
3-2 San Jose and OT.
right, and I actually had San Jose last night. I will go that. Steele took the Blues 4-2. Jacket took the Blues 4-3. Hockey News Reports had Blues 7-2. CL had Blues 5-2, and Perlo had the Sharks 4-3. So I was the only one that had the Sharks yesterday.
Yep.
But that was just a tired St. Louis team. They've been on the road for a ton. They're
Yep.
heavily injured. I didn't think Tarasenko was going to be able. Tarasenko's not the type of guy that's going to jump in and just be balls out right from the time that after an injury.
Yeah.
He's a star, but I wouldn't put him in superstar category. Would you?
Yeah. No, I completely agree. Like he's a good player and a good goal scorer, but he's not a franchise changing player that like when he comes back all of a sudden things are going to be drastically different. Like he's a really good top 6 scorer, but he's not one of those elite players who are going to make or break a team.
Hmm.
And he did get an assist last night, but I don't think him coming back is automatically going to launch the Blues in the standings or anything like that.
Yeah, no doubt. I think eventually it's going to. I just don't think he's the kind of guy that there's very few guys that can just jump in and make an impact the first game back.
Yeah,
Uh,
and
you know,
he's 29 too. It's not like he's 25 anymore when he was scoring, 40 goals a season. He hasn't been that in a couple years because of these shoulder injuries.
hey, John from Hot Takes is up. Good here, good. Thanks, buddy. It's the goat too. Yeah, we had some technical difficulties that you missed apparently, but we're back in it again. So we're trying to get through these games so we can get to everybody's picks. The Sharks, I mean, they won one. They're going to win some, but they're not going to win many. And they didn't. I mean, their defense didn't look great. They had enough in them last night to beat a really tired, beat up Blues team for
Yeah,
sure.
and the
So
Blues played Husso as well, so
yeah,
it's going to be tough to win with him in because although he didn't have a terrible game, he only faced 20 shots and
yeah,
he stopped 17 of them. So
yeah.
I don't think Ville Husso is going to be winning a lot of games this year.
Yeah, I thought it would be a little more, have a little more impact than that, but San Jose didn't take it by the throat last night. They just happened to win. So,
Dubnik
uh,
had a solid game though for the Sharks, so that was a good sign for him.
yes, and we said the possibility of that with Nabokov there. Jones has looked better too.
Yep.
Uh, so they're improving, um, or at least it seems that way. We'll see what happens for Dubnik, and I hope so. I don't know. There's something about Dubnik you can't help but root for him. He was an Oiler and he was a great guy and all that. So I hope he
Yep.
does really well. You're here for a parlay. Nino, how you doing, Nino? Nino used to be on my thing, I think, before. Uh, okay, we're doing picks, Nino. We do it kind of a neat thing. So you're going to have to wait a little bit, and we're going to talk about picks and scores here in a bit. Uh, the Senators versus the Oilers, and I'll talk about this to start off with.
Yep.
The Oilers won, but I don't care. You got to be blowing that Ottawa team in that spot out of the water. Not 3-2. 3-2 is a loss against Decord on a back-to-back from the Flames that they played a tough game and did had a late night with an overtime. Like you beat Ottawa 3-2 and don't look like you just blew them out of the water doing it. It would be okay if Joey Decord was like stop 52 shots or something like that, but it wasn't that. They didn't they should have destroyed them last night.
Yeah, I mean, Decord, they made him look good. He stopped 34 out of 37, and again, that's a spot where that it's got to be frustrating as an Oilers fan. Like,
Yeah.
what is going on with this team? Why aren't they at the level that they should be with the lineup that they have? Because, like, again, Ottawa's played a lot better as of recent, and yes, Ottawa has the ability to win some games, but Ottawa's tired in this situation, going with a third string goaltender,
Yeah.
a guy who's been playing in the ECHL most recently,
Yeah.
and the Oilers can only win that game by one in a low scoring 3-2 affair. Like, something's going on here with Edmonton where
Yeah.
their offense has all but disappeared
Yeah.
over the last little while here. I mean, the two shutouts in a row against Toronto, then they only scored one goal the game after that, and
Mhm.
now they're only able to put up three against a very tired and Ottawa team on the road. Like, something's going on with the offense here with Edmonton, and it's definitely something to worry about. And I mean, the North Division it's going to give Edmonton a chance to still finish second in that division, but they don't look like a second place team.
No. No. And okay, well the shots were 37 to 28. Like they did outplay them, and the Senators, don't give up. But that's a you got to take it by the throat type game, and they've got two more now against the Senators that will be more a little more rested the next game. And if
Hmm.
they play like they did last night, it's a coin flip who's going to win that game.
Yeah, I
And
think Ottawa will take at least one.
no, for sure. Having Koskinen stopped enough, I guess, but I don't know. It just wasn't what I wanted to see. Like after what happened in Toronto, you
Hmm.
would think they were coming out gangbusters to get their momentum in the league back again and just destroy Ottawa. Like
Yeah,
you would just have a feeling of this intense anger at yourself for not putting out the effort against Toronto that you needed to make that even close. You're going to
yeah,
come now and you're just going to give her, right? And I did not get that from that game last night at all. They
yeah,
just
no,
they just
yeah.
basically outskilled them,
It was a chance for a statement game for the Oilers, and they didn't
Exactly.
make a statement at all. They just barely squeaked out a one-goal win against
Yeah.
the worst team in the division.
Yeah, that's a great way of putting it. Okay, Coyotes versus Avalanche. Now here's a different situation where I did happen to have the Coyotes in this game,
Yeah.
but the Avalanche outplayed them. Like
Hmm.
I would have rather the Oilers lose 3-2 and play the way the Avalanche did last night and really grind it out, then because the Avalanche were tired, they're beat up, and all of that stuff like that,
Yeah.
and they
They're
lost, but they did a lot of it outplay the Coyotes. They showed more of a desire. Desire is the word I'm looking for.
mhm.
They showed more of a desire last night than I think the Edmonton Oilers have shown all year.
Yeah, and I mean this is a tough loss to take if you're Colorado because you clearly outplayed Arizona. You outshot them by more than double. It was 35 shots for the Avalanche and only 14 for the Coyotes. Um, I
Yeah.
mean, they played well defensively. They did not give up many chances. Grubauer, Philip Grubauer again only stops 11 shots
Yeah.
in this game.
Yeah. We've
He
been
he
talking
gave
about
up
that. Yeah.
gave up 3 goals on 14 shots and for a save percentage of 786, which can't happen. That's not going to win you hockey games. And the Avalanche are trying to survive here without Nathan MacKinnon or Cale Makar. So you are without two of your best players and some of the best players in the league. And the Avs, this would have been a really big spot for them to grind out a win, and they just weren't able to do it.
Yeah. That's true, and yes, Grubauer. Something's got to change there in net for Colorado. They got to get some injuries back. First of all, I got to go. Hockey News Reports had the Oilers 4-2. Steele had the Oilers 3-2. I'll have to tell.
Nailed it.
I'll have to tell Steele he's got a Pearls of Wisdom necklace heading his way. A Pearlo copter to his door there. Uh, Jack had 5-2 Oilers, CL had 6-2 Oilers, and Pearlo 6-3 Oilers, which is what the numbers should have been last night. That's
Mm-hmm.
what the numbers should have been.
Yep.
Coyotes versus Avalanche. Steele had Yotes 4-3. Jack had Yotes 3-2. What was the score? 3
3-2.
3-2. Jacket. Pearls of
Jacket
Wisdom
nailed it.
necklace heading your way, buddy. CL had 4-2 and Pearlo 3-1. And I actually, no, it doesn't matter. Well, I shouldn't say this, but I actually wanted to do 3-2, but Jack had already did it, but whatever. Okay.
Yep.
Canucks versus Canadians, and John from Hot Take says, can Vancouver come back and get in the top four again? And yes, I do believe they can. I don't think you do, though, right?
They're definitely not out of it. It's going to be an uphill climb for sure, but I mean, they've been playing better recently, and I'll tell you what, the Calgary Flames and the Montreal Canadiens both are doing nothing here. Like, they've had such an opportunity to pull away from a team like Vancouver, who was so bad at the start of the year, and they didn't pull away. And now Vancouver does. I mean, they just passed Calgary, and they're knocking on the door for 3 points behind the Canadians. The biggest thing though for Vancouver is they've already played 29 games, which Montreal's only played 24 and Calgary's only played 26. So
Exactly.
those teams do have games in hand on the Canucks, but they certainly didn't shut that door. They certainly didn't pull away like they had the chance to. And the Canadians and Flames both struggling have left the possibility of Vancouver pulling into that fourth spot still open.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of lost a little belief in them, but I did say I still thought they were going to come back. And now I'm back on that train again. I still think they will. They're just too strong of a team. They had some young players. They have young players, and they had a tough beginning of the schedule, which I didn't really pay attention to start the year. So you start with young players. We just talked about with Boston, things can snowball, and then
Yep.
you don't have that veteran to say, don't worry, we can get through this or whatever, right? It starts to snowball, and they can't. Sometimes a coach can't get it in their heads that everything's okay. And
Yep.
now it seems like they're starting to get back on track again, believe in themselves, and we'll see what happens. I mean, they beat Toronto twice in a row.
Yep.
Uh, Montreal, they pulled it through in the last second last night. Um, that was a interesting game to watch, which shows that they can win in any way. High scoring, and then their big thing is what we talked about before the season started was, and what we expected, is Demko's back at it again. He's stopping everything right now too.
Yeah, he had a really shaky start to the year where he wasn't very good, but his numbers as of recent have been significantly better. He's won his last four starts. So he really seems to be getting it on track and starting to look like the goalie that I thought he was going to be from the begin, like all the way through. The start of the year was not good, but he's definitely got it on track now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, we'll go to our last game and then we'll go to our picks for tonight.
Yep.
Not much to talk about with this game. Two goaltenders played like crap. I watched.
Yeah.
I watched it. They were just like, "Who's gonna be the worst goaltender tonight?" That's really all it was. Gibson didn't have it. Quick got hurt.
Yep.
Or no, Peterson. Peterson didn't have it. Quick didn't, or and Gibson didn't have it. And they just kept on shooting at the net, hoping that one would win at the end, and one did, and that was it. That's pretty
Yeah.
much all that game was. There wasn't much more to talk about it than that. I can't say one team. When you have two goaltenders that are struggling like that, you can't say one team really played better than the other because it's you're just finding a way to get into a spot and shoot, and it's probably going to go in, and that's pretty much what happened.
Yeah,
So,
the save percentages were not good in this game.
no.
Cal Peterson had a 7.60. He gave up, let's see, 6 goals on 25 shots. That's pretty brutal. And Gibson wasn't much better. He had an 8.08. He gave up 5 goals on 26 shots. So, um, just not a good goaltending performance. High scoring game, and the Ducks ended up putting home the winner in overtime.
Yeah. So yeah, that's oh we'll do the who had what for scores here though.
Yep.
CL had 3-2 Kings. I had 4-1 Kings. Jacket had 3-1 Kings, and Hockey News had 5-2 Ducks.
Wow.
Wow, close. Okay, so I got up my phone here so I can see what everybody's saying,
Yep.
and you can help me out here because it makes it easier when we have two people saying who
Yep.
picked what. So we'll go. We're gonna go. If you're new, all you new people out here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask everybody. We're gonna start off each game in the comment section. You're gonna say who do you think's gonna win and what the score is.
Yep.
And if you get it exactly right, you get a brand spanking new Pearls of Wisdom necklace signed by the Goat and I. So this is the special edition one today. It's signed by John and I. Okay.
Perfect.
Yes. First game goes. We got Rangers versus Penguins. By the way, if we go long here and you need to go, just go. John, I might go a little longer to get these in. So
Okay.
Rangers versus Penguins. I got to bring up some more tabs here, but you can go ahead and talk about this game for a bit.
All right, this one kind of I'm leaning Penguins because they've been playing a lot better than the Rangers have been recently. These two teams just played on Sunday as well, and Pittsburgh won
Yeah.
that one pretty handily. So seems like it should be Pens in this one, although we see a bounce back performance from the Rangers. I think it's going to be a fairly high scoring game. Both of these teams tend to play um, some games where they get in the 5-3 type area. So I'm going to say 5-3 Pittsburgh for this one, and I think the Pens will take it.
Okay. Kincaid's going to be in for the Rangers.
Oh,
Uh,
that's definitely Penguins then.
yeah, he's the happiest bad goaltender I've ever seen. Uh, yeah, he's always smiling. Even though
Yeah,
pucks are flying by him, it doesn't bother him a bit.
yeah. If
Uh, wait, Sasha has 3-1 Rangers.
No,
Woo!
with Kincaid in, that will be Penguin. That should be Penguins all day.
Yeah, yeah. What's this? So I don't know what happened with Gorgiev. Is they just giving him a break here?
Yeah, he
It's
might
not
be
about the.
tired. He might be tired because he's had to play all the games since Shesterkin went down.
So you had 5-3 Pens, right?
Pens, yep.
Yeah, I like that kind of score there too. Uh, who else do we got in here? Is making anybody else there? Uh, Pearlo, I will go. I don't want to take your score. Jari's in that too, eh? And then Jari hasn't been having the greatest year in the world either. 6-3. 6-3 Penguins. The only thing about that, they again, they're no Panarin.
Yeah.
I heard, I saw something on TSN. They took Panarin off the injured reserve. Maybe because they don't call him injured.
Yeah.
That's maybe why I didn't. Uh, Let me look up injuries today just to make sure, because that can change. That'll change things a lot if Panarin was in.
I
Um, Philip Heidel is back, and they have been better with him. And
Yeah, he's been good. He brings some more offense to the Rangers for sure.
yeah, I really like him. No, yeah, see, it just says Shesterkin is injured on TSN. Panarin can't be back though.
No,
It'd be all over the news. Like
that
it'd
would
be
be
everywhere.
that'd be the biggest news in the league if
Yeah,
Panarin was coming back. So
yeah. So I don't think that's it. So, anyways, do we have any more people put in here? Oh, John, hot take, John says 4-3 Pens. That's a good score too. That was a good one. Maybe I should. That was a good one. And CL is 5-1 Pens. Penguins. Wow, really confident in the Penguins there. Okay, so I'll go to NBC Fantasy. They are really good at updating
hmm
real quick just to make sure. But I mean, that would have been all over the place. Are they gonna hide that right to the end? And no, that would. There's no way. They got Panarin out. Okay, good.
yeah.
I don't know why they don't have it on TSN, but they don't. Okay, so Bruins versus your Bruins. And I know it's gonna pain you to say what you're about to say, but
Ah,
Bruins versus Islanders.
well, I mean, the Bruins haven't beaten the Islanders at all this season, so this is pretty easy for me. I'm going Islanders, and I think the Isles will probably control most of the game. I have not been impressed with the Bruins as of late, with the exception of that one big win Friday night against Washington. They haven't really been good. So um, I'm going to say Islanders 4-2 in this one.
It's Halak, and they still haven't said anything for the Islanders. You think they'll put the kid in there? Do you think they'll
Uh,
put Sorokin in? Probably not, right?
Probably not, but to me, I don't care who's in net for the Isles. The Islanders are probably going to win that game.
So you're taking Islanders. What was the score? For
4-2.
4-2 Islanders. And I believe they both played the same amount. They're not not more tired than the other. It's the injuries thing for me that has me leaning to the Islanders. Boston just hasn't been right ever since Lauzon went out, and now that Carlo's out too.
Yeah. The
Uh,
D's in shambles.
and they're still not playing more. They must have been listening to you on here. It doesn't
Oh
look like.
yeah, no, Jared Tenorti came in off the waiver wire and he's kicked more right out of the rotation there.
Yeah, which is probably a good idea.
It,
Okay.
it's a good thing because Moore was absolutely horrible.
Yeah, he was. Jacket has 2-1 Islanders. John Hot Take has 3-1. Oh, yeah. He has 3-1 Bruins. I thought we
Well, I
did
hope
that.
he's right, but I have no faith in him.
I didn't. Oh, okay, I didn't put his down there. John HT 3-1 Bruins. Okay. Now we got to go back to the Islanders. Sasha has 2-1 Bruins. Am I behind here? Did I already put Sasha's down? You guys or you guys are behind. Oh no, 2-1 Bruins. What am I talking about? Okay. 3-1 Bruins. Bruins. Okay. And CL has 2-1 Bruins. Wow, everybody's going the Bruins there, buddy. I did not
Well,
see
I
this coming.
I hope they're right, but I have zero faith in it actually happening. They
2-1
can't beat the
Islanders.
Islanders and they can't beat the Devils.
Wow, yeah. DeBrusque is scratched, and so should he
Yes.
be. He
Oh
has
yeah,
been
he's been awful.
absolutely terrible.
Absolutely useless. He should be the first guy on the trade block for the Bruins.
Yeah, if anybody's going to take it.
Yeah, probably not at this point.
Pearlo is going to say uh, 3-2 Islanders. And Sasha, I got you, don't I? Sasha has 2-1 Bruins. Did I miss anybody else on there? I don't think so. Okay, let's go to our next one because we want to get them all in here. We still got time. Should be good. Should be good if we go quick. Sabres versus Flyers.
Yeah, no Eichel for Buffalo. This should be an absolute blowout. I'm going to say 5-1 Philadelphia.
Is Eichel out again?
Yeah, Eichel's back on the. He could be out for a significant amount of time too.
Oh, in other words, he probably has a surgery that should get done, and instead of screwing up next season, you might as well do it this season because this team's going nowhere. That's what I think.
Yeah, I don't know. He went to the bench after like an awkward hit in the Islanders game
Mm,
from along the end boards, and now he's out tonight. And they said it could be a significant amount of time. So
okay, as a Flyers fan, can I go on one of my little rants then?
yeah, go for it.
The Flyers, Carter Hart's in net tonight. Has been struggling all year long. Defense has been absolutely porous, like
Hmm.
terrible defense. Uh, but this game is what I was talking about with Calgary, with Ottawa last night. There is no 3-2 nonsense here against
Yeah,
Buffalo in this game. This is a game where Philadelphia's got to come out and just beat the living bejesus out of these guys. Like they got to absolutely smoke them, right?
100%. Yep, absolutely. This is a chance for the Flyers to get a big win against an opponent that is terrible to begin with, and now without their best player. You need to smell blood in the water here if you're the Flyers, and make sure that you go in for the kill, and make sure that the kill is very obvious and swift. And I'm just gonna go 5-1 Philly in this one.
5-1 Philly. Okay, I'm getting everybody else's in here first. Jacket is 6-1 Flyers. Flyers. Uh, Hockey News 7-1. Sabres? Yeah, right. Okay, Flyers. Hi,
Well,
Mikhail. How you doing, buddy?
The Sabres did beat Philly earlier in the year 6-1.
CL. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Say they do need to annihilate them. 7-2 Flyers is CL has 7-2 Flyers. What did you have again? You said six
5-1 5-1 Flyers.
5-1 Flyers. Goat has 5-1 Flyers. Hawk HT or the Goat 2. HT John has 4-3 Flyers in OT. Oh, that's not even a win. If
Yeah,
that
that would be embarrassing for the Flyers if that actually happened.
almost as embarrassing as losing to the New Jersey Devils 1-0.
Yeah, that would be Bruins Devils level of embarrassment for the Flyers if they only win this game by one.
Yeah. So Perlo, you guys have way more faith in Philadelphia's defense than I do. Even against an Eicheless Buffalo Sabres, you think they're only going to let one goal in? I find that highly unlikely. I'm going to say 6-3 Flyers. The Buffalo will find a way to score 3 goals. They just all you. I wonder if they're going to put Goose in for this game. Just that's what would be my plan if I was a coach playing against the Flyers with Gustafsson in. I tell them to pass it directly to Gustafsson in the defensive zone.
Watch him turn it over every time.
Yeah, there's a better chance for that bounce than there is off the boards. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
there's a better chance of the puck coming back to you than a dump and chase. Oh, you said 4-3 Sabres. Okay, okay, H&R 4-3 Sabres. Oh my gosh. Just imagine, just imagine the airwaves in Flyers sports land if
Oh
they
God.
lose to Buffalo tomorrow. Oh my gosh, that would be.
They'll be calling for Vigneault's head.
Oh, yeah, everything would be everybody's head.
Carter Hart will be traded immediately, and Elaine Vigneault should be fired. That will be the Philadelphia sports talk tomorrow if
Oh
they don't
yeah,
win this game.
for sure. And every move they've ever made back since 1942 will be questioned.
Yep.
Yeah, if we didn't trade for Lindros, we would be better today. Uh, Hall is going to go score 2 goals tonight. Okay, well, that's
Uh,
possible, I guess. I know Hall is going to look like he hates his whole team tonight. I don't know
Hall
what.
should probably focus not tripping on a breakaway before he worries about scoring a goal.
Yeah, that was
He is
fun.
so bad.
That was so funny, my gosh. That was like that football player that was going, what was it, a quarterback or something that doesn't
Oh
usually
yeah,
run?
Daniel Jones that fell down on. He had no one near him. He fell down.
That's what that looked like last.
Taylor Hall has been awful this season.
But did you see? I talked about it yesterday. Did you see that when they panned to him, there? If you were watching the game, they panned him for like 40 seconds. It was weird
Oh
how long they panned to him, and he
yeah.
looked like an absolute a-hole on the bench. Like everybody around him was like looking like just don't touch him, don't get close to him, whatever it
Yeah.
is. He looked like the kid that everybody thought they had cooties in the lunchroom. That's that's what he looked like. It was freaking
he
crazy.
he is dreaming of waiving his no movement clause at the deadline this year. He
Oh my god.
cannot wait to waive that no movement clause.
Oh yeah, absolutely, no doubt about it. He has all the he colors in all the teams on his no trade clause every night. Every night, he has it up on the board. Uh, okay, let's go to another game. Devils Capitals. It doesn't get any. Devils Capitals.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. We'll see if New Jersey can kind of ride the momentum off of that big win against the Bruins. Um, New Jersey's had issues scoring goals recently. They haven't really put a lot of pucks in the net, but they only needed 1 goal against the Bruins to win. So
Yeah,
I think for them to win this game, they're going to need a little more than 1 goal.
I
But
think so. Yeah.
I think they can give the Capitals a run for their money. Whichever way this goes, I think it's going to be a 1 goal game. Um,
Really, eh? Okay.
yeah, but I think the Caps will pull it out probably 3-2.
Yeah, the Devils have been playing a crap load of hockey. The Capitals should be more rested for sure. Scott Wedgwood is back in net for the Devils. Do you know that he's got a 2.33 and a 9.23?
Yeah, he's been good, and the Bruins made him look really good on Sunday.
Yeah, he's. I don't know. I never. I saw. I gotta admit that came right out of the left field for me, for him to be playing that well. Vanacek is in for Washington. As far as injuries, again, no Nico Heischer.
Yep.
No excuse for the Capitals here. Capitals should be crushing in this game, I would say.
Well, I said the same thing about the Bruins.
That's for sure. No doubt about that. But I don't think it changes here. You really. Okay, what do we got? We got Sasha has 5-2 caps. 5-2 Capitals. That should be about where the score is logically, somewhere around there, I
Yeah,
would
that's
think.
where it should be. I just think like I feel like New Jersey could carry some of that momentum over.
3-2 Capitals.
Yeah.
Yeah, momentum. I mean, the whole thing is they didn't really play all that great. Like New Jersey didn't play a game where you're like, wow, they crushed it tonight.
No, but Wedgwood was unbelievable. Like the
Yeah,
saves he was making. Like, if a goalie gets hot, I don't care who it is. Like even if it's Scott Wedgwood, if he gets hot, that could be a dangerous thing.
3-2 Capitals. That's true. That being said, I don't think Boston, just because he played well, I don't think Boston crushed it by any stretch either. Capper comparison picks. Range is in the house. If you guys haven't seen Copper comparison picks, go check it out. If you like UFC, he does his own channel, and I should do this for Hot Take Hockey, but everybody knows Hot Take, right? Like, is there anybody that
Yeah,
doesn't know Hot Take? If you
I don't
don't,
think
if you
so.
don't know who Hot Take is, I don't know what planet you're from, but Hot Take Hockey. Capper is he does UFC. He does all the cappers from UFC capping, and he puts them up on a board, and he tells everybody what they're picking. And he does his own picks, and he does it with his daughter, and it's really fun. You should check it out. Capitals 3-1, 3-1 Capitals. Uh, the John's thinking alike. Yeah. What was yours again?
3-2, 3-2 Caps.
3-2 Capitals. Wow. And CL is 3-2 Devils. I am going to go 4 Capitals. Pearlo is going to go 4-2 Capitals. 4-2 Capitals. I think we got everybody on there. Let's go to the next game. How many more do we got? Oh, three. Oh, we're doing all right. I don't need to be in
Uh,
a hurry. No, we got more than
there's
three.
yeah, there's like five more, I think.
5. Okay, so we're kind of on schedule, actually. Not bad. Uh, this is an interesting game. I've heard all over the board on this game. I have my leaning, but I'll let you talk about it. Hurricanes and a little more rejuvenated Predators.
Yeah, Carolina's on a five-game winning streak. They're 7-3 in their last 10. Coming off a big win against the Panthers. I don't see Carolina losing this game. Nashville's played a little bit better recently, but they're still under 500. And Carolina, I definitely think should def- definitely win this game. It would be a bad loss if the Hurricanes dropped this one. They're not on a back to back. They didn't play yesterday, so they shouldn't be tired. Um,
Yeah,
I
they've actually had a little rest after a long, fairly
yeah,
fairly long road trip,
and they're at home, so
and the
I'm liking Carolina. I'm gonna say 5-2 Hurricanes.
Goats 5-2 Hurricanes. Also, they have Nedeljkovic in net, who is the better goaltender, I believe, between him and Reimer right now. And Predators, I think, played 5 games in 7 nights. And they played what, is he 40 yet? Pecorine? 40-year-old Pecorine?
He's like 38 or 39 now.
Yeah, and he just played a back to back not long ago, and they're just riding him like crazy.
Well, Saros is hurt, yeah,
Yeah,
so
and they
it's
have
been it's
apparent
been all Rene.
they have no. I remember I looked at their backup. He's played one NHL game and he got absolutely blown out. He played for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah, isn't it Kaskasuo?
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So not looking too good for. But I almost said this is a good spot for the Predators, but not with all that going against them. And if it wasn't against the Hurricane, like the Hurricane, the Canes are playing insane right now.
Yeah, they're one of the hottest teams in the league right now.
So Jacket also has 5-2 Caps or Hurricanes. I mean, uh, yeah, no problems, Ranch. Sasha has 4-2 Canes. Wow, look at hot take. HT John going 5-4 Preds.
Well, he is the
Wow.
king of hot takes.
Yeah, I guess so, eh? Yeah, it's right in the name.
Yeah, that's what John does best.
Yeah. Sasha has 4-2 Canes. Uh, Stahl is playing great. CL has 3-1 Canes. 3-0 Canes. Yeah, you like Nedeljkovic as much as I do, right? I really like him. I didn't like him before, but if anybody, we got 12 people in here. Holy smokes. If you don't know, when I say the next game, just put your score and your what team is going to win, and you'll get a special prize tomorrow. You have to come tomorrow to find out what it is, though. I won't tell you today. Nope, got to come tomorrow. And don't tell me you got to work or not. There's always a way around all of that. This is the Pearlo show should be the priority in your life. It'll change the world, you know. It will. That's what I think. Carolina Capper Ranch is going to take is going to take 3-1 Kings. Okay, 3-1 Kings. A lot of unders here. I cannot see. I can't see Rene stopping that many shots, and I think the Canes are going to shoot like crazy against Rene.
Hmm.
Brendan Moore's a smart guy. He knows that Rene's old and tired. He's going to be telling the Canes to be shooting from everywhere, right? I would say. So I'm going to say 5. Oh, I want to say 2-2. 5-1 Canes.
Yeah.
5-1
Okay.
Canes. Okay.
Yeah, Nedeljkovic has actually had a really good season this year. He's got a 927 save percentage and a 226 goals against.
Yeah, and last year he's just grown this year.
Yeah, he's been so.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's been flying. Oh, Hockey News Reports has 7-1. Hockey News Reports has
Whew,
7-1.
that's
Canes.
a blowout.
Canes. I'm surprised with him it isn't Preds. Uh, he likes to do that every once in a while. Okay, next game. This one. This one. You can really help me out with this one, buddy. Panthers versus Blue Jackets. And Panthers have played 5 games in 7 nights.
Yep.
Are they going to go with Bobrovsky here because against his old team? Yes, they are. They're going with Bob.
Oof. This is an interesting one because Columbus has not done anything this season that makes me believe in them.
Yep.
But Florida's definitely, playing a lot of hockey and probably on the tired side. They're on the road. Um, it's certainly not going to be an easy game, I don't think, for either team. I assume Corpus Salo is probably in net for Columbus.
Yes.
Yeah, and Bobrovsky's in um, for Florida, so that screams over to me. Um,
You would think
Bob
so.
versus Corpus
Yeah.
Salo. I think Florida is a much better team. Like they're 9 points ahead of Columbus in the standings. I don't really trust the Blue Jackets this year. Their great defense has not been great this season.
They have no.
Their goals against is drastically worse than it was last year. Um, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Florida 5-4.
Oh wow. Okay.
They just squeak it out, but they're gonna be on the tired side. But I just think they're gonna get it done. That's a game that the Panthers find a way to win.
It's gonna have to be a find a way to win because their schedule the last little while has been disgusting. Like they
Yeah,
got this is one of those games that Columbus is. This is like Columbus if has to win, but nobody believes in them enough to do it. And that's
Yeah.
not what you said last year. They
Yeah.
can't seem to get back to that Columbus way of playing. I don't know if they know which way they want to play right now after all the trades that happened
Mhm.
and everything that's going on there. I really, CL says 5-2 Panthers. And Corpusalo has just sucked.
He stunk this year.
It's absolutely horrible. And they're playing him like he's every single game. Remember last year when he was
Oh,
when Tortorella wasn't afraid to put in Kivertana or whatever his name is. He wasn't afraid to put their third stringer in. He wasn't afraid to do anything this year. And this year he just keeps on rolling with Corpusalo.
yeah, because I think I know Merzlikins is hurt. I think the other guy might be too.
Oh, is he hurt too?
I think they're down. I don't even know who the backup is at this
It's what's
point.
his name? I always forget his name. Somebody write it down in there. I don't want to look it up and then try to spell it and all that. He was in last year a couple times, and they won with them. Hockey News Reports takes 3-1 Panthers. I back and forth on this. I can't even remember what I put on my Patreon.
Mm.
I think it was the Panthers too. I just have that energy on the Columbus team compared to an exhausted Florida team. I just feel
Mhm.
like Florida will, get up early and then hold on, something like that. So I'm gonna take, but those two bad goaltenders, like this could be any score and it wouldn't surprise me. It could be
Yeah,
two to
this is
one, it could be 3-2, it could be 5-1, it could be anything.
this is a weird game for sure to try and figure out what is going to happen.
I'm going to say, I'm just going to take the middle in approach and say 3-2 Panthers. Because that's like the middle number, right? Oh, Hot Take got 6-4. Okay. HT John says 6-4. For who? Panthers. Okay. I, did- I have a hard time going on a high scoring game with a tired team like that. The only thing is the Panthers could be so tired that they clutch and grab a little bit, and the Blue Jackets get power plays and pull it through or something like that. Really, I'm all over the map with that game. I didn't know, but you guys make me feel better for taking the Panthers. Thanks, thanks. Okay, let's go. I like to feel better. We got 3 more games to go.
Yep.
And I haven't did anything for this game yet because it's another one of those games where you have one team that's rocking, you have another team that was on the road for a long time. They're both probably the class right now of the North. The Jets versus the Maple Leafs.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. Toronto lost their last two games to Vancouver.
Yeah.
Um, the Jets just got absolutely hammered by the Montreal Canadiens.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that Winnipeg's going to want a response game for that.
And yeah.
Toronto is not going to want to lose 3 games in a row. They're leading the division right now. Winnipeg is 7 points behind in third place. Um, they could potentially pass the Oilers for second place if they win. And both teams have had Toronto's had a very good year. Winnipeg's had a very solid year as well. Um, at the end of the day, though, I just feel like the Leafs are a better team, and I think the Leafs are going to pull this one out. So I'll say 4-3 Toronto in this one.
I'm trying to look at who there still hasn't been Connor Hellebuyck still hasn't been confirmed. I imagine it will be him though.
Yeah, I
Uh,
would think so.
um, a lot of surprises this year when it comes to that. But go. What did you say? 4-3 Toronto.
4-3 Leafs. Yeah.
4-3 Leafs. Okay. Yeah. After that upset too, I almost forgot about that. You got to figure if Winnipeg's going to come out flying, and they're a team to do that. They're a team with pushback, so
Mm-hmm.
they're not going to feel down about themselves, and they'll get out there and give her. I would
Yep.
imagine. So this would be like an over 1.5 first period. I think it's a pretty good chance here. Uh, Capper comparison had. Did I not have anything for him yet? Ranch? Oh yeah. Did he change his thing? Capper? For Florida 4-2. No, okay, no he didn't. Capper comparison. Ranch has Florida 4-2. 4-2 Florida Panthers. Okay. Okay, let's go. We got 4-3 Leafs. Jacket has 2-1 Toronto. Going with the under all day there. 2-1 Leafs. I'm a little concerned about Hollebuck this year too, although Hollebuck hasn't been having his greatest year, right?
No, but he was so good last year. It's hard to do that
You
again.
keep on thinking it's going to come back though. Yeah, exactly. It is hard to do that again. 4-3. Oh yeah, isn't the goat too? Isn't he a Leafs fan?
Yes.
Yes, big time, right? Uh, Sasha 3-1 Leafs. Jets 6-3 CL. Look at you.
Ooh, wow.
Six.
That'd be a bad loss for the Leafs.
Yeah, that's the first game after a long road trip thing. It happens a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see it happening. Hockey News Reports has 6-2 Jets. And I'm going to go off the board a little bit here. Well, not really. I'm going to say 4-3 Jets in overtime.
That'd be a nice response for Winnipeg after getting hammered like they did in the last game.
Yeah, and that's why I'm doing it. I think
Yep.
we're. Oh, wait a second. If I could be wrong about that. I'm going to quickly check here. If I remember correctly, they just had. Oh, do I not have my weekly schedule up here? If I remember correctly, the Jets just had a brutal schedule go on here. They just played Canadians, right, 2 nights ago.
Mm-hmm.
That I know. And week 7. If they played like 5 games in 7 or something like that, I'll change it. Yeah, 1-2. They played Montreal, had a day off. Montreal had a day off. Went to Toronto, now playing. Oh, that's a lot of hockey. They were playing 5 games in 7 when they got their butt kicked by Montreal. So and
Mm-hmm.
now they had what, 1 day off or 2 days off? 2 days off, and then Toronto. So yeah, I'll stick to my score. What the heck?
Yeah, that 2 days off is the most you're gonna get this season.
I'll stick to my score with 2 days off. I'll stick to my score. Okay, let's go to the next game. Or did I get everybody's stuff in here? Hockey News Reports. Love to see. Yeah, I used to be not a fan of the Leafs, but I'm not like that anymore. I kind of like the Leafs now a little bit. I like Sheldon Keefe a lot. I think he's a great coach. He's done a lot for those guys there for sure. He's brought Nylander up really well. I think, don't you think? Nylander's having a great year this year. Come like the last little while, he's looked a lot better. He's looked like he's really
Mm-hmm.
starting to get it. Okay, we got 10 minutes left and 2 more games. Uh, well, talk about a disaster if they lose game.
Yeah, there's not much to say with this one.
Uh, yeah. There's going to be somebody that thinks the Wings can do it. Lightning versus Red Wings. I heard that Larkin might be back.
Yeah, he's probable. He'll be a game time decision, but he's probable for tonight.
Yeah, and it's not like I think they've got arrested Vasilevsky here too, and they're not on a back to back.
Yeah, Vasi played on Sunday.
So they
So
don't
they
have
had
no confirmation on goaltenders here. Vasilevsky is projected.
yeah,
M-
I don't well,
this could
actually
be a
this
spot of for McElhaney actually.
it could be a McElhaney spot, but I still like Tampa is just an absolute juggernaut of a team. Like they're so good. They were down 3-0 in that game against Chicago on Sunday and they scored 6 unanswered goals. Like I cannot see Detroit winning this game. I think Detroit can maybe make it a little close, but Tampa, I don't see how Tampa drops this game.
See,
I'm gonna say Lightning 5-2.
okay, hockey. I told you there'd be somebody to take the Red Wings, and it's got to be Hockey News Reports. 3-1. That's his hot take. 3-1 Wings. Okay. Goat says 5-2 Lightning. 5-2 Bolts. That's what you said.
Yes.
Yes. Uh, oh, Ricketts in the house. Rickett picks. Go check him out. Fantastic capper. One of the best, one of, if not the best baseball cappers I've ever seen. Check out his channel. It's pretty awesome. Jacket takes six. Jacket says 6-2. I even think the Lightning have it on the rest, have it on the schedule too. Like they even have a better schedule right now than them, if I remember correctly. So Sasha 4-2 Bolts. You gonna get in on this, Ricket? Who else we got in there? Okay, I'll do mine. Pearlo. I'm gonna say. See, Fast is in net. I'm gonna say they can only score one goal on them. I'm gonna say 5-1 Bolts. CL 4-1 Bolts. Did I get Sasha 4-2? Yeah, looks like I got everybody there. We're gonna
Nice.
after all of that stuff, we're gonna get this in under the wire. We're gonna get done by 3 o'clock. Would you look at that? Crazy good. Okay. I might wait till it's play. I might stay on a little longer if you want to put your picks in for the other games because we kind of like forced 45 minutes was a disaster for us.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Ricketts has 4-1 Tampa. Okay, now we will go to our final game.
Yay. This is
Blackhawks versus Stars. This is a
yes.
tough one.
I'm doing this game tonight, so I'm excited for this
Oh
one.
yeah, right. Everybody, that's see the if you haven't seen it, I don't know who hasn't seen it. It's probably I can't see, but if you have, maybe you've been under a rock or something, and you haven't seen John do his commentary, his play-by-play for games. You can watch it tonight. Red Wings versus Dallas, and they are fantastic. Michael Irish, you can put your picks in if you want for the Lightning game. They are fantastic. It's great stuff. You want to check it out. Uh, versus Stars.
Mm-hmm.
Stars 4-3. Okay, so what you can go ahead. What do you think about this game?
Uh,
I still can't figure out what Dallas is. I know they're injured, except injured. And
yeah,
Chicago, are they going to be able to keep on holding on like this?
I haven't seen any reason not to. I mean, they just had a great series with the Lightning, who are arguably the best team in the league, and they were able to win one game, lose the other one in overtime, and they ended up dropping the last one in reg. But they hung right in there with Tampa Bay. Dallas, I don't trust this team at all this year. I think last year's playoff run is pretty much proving to be a team that got really hot at the right time. but isn't able to sustain that. And they only have 2 wins in their last 10 games. So logic is telling me that the Chicago Blackhawks should win this game, even though they're on the road. I believe Dallas is even favored in this one, but I'm going Blackhawks. It'll probably be close. It will probably be low scoring. Um, I'm going to say 3-2 Chicago in overtime.
Oh, hockey 3-2. Okay, go 3-2 Hawks in overtime.
Yes.
OT. We got Hudobin in and we got the Subban in, right?
Yeah, Subban's been actually been playing pretty well recently.
I did not see that coming at all. Did not see that coming at all.
Mm-hmm. Me
Irish,
either.
Irish. Welcome, by the way, Irish. Uh, 4-1 Hawks. And Rickett has Hawks 4-2. I'm going to go 2-1 Hawks. I just think Hudobin's going to have a night tonight.
Yep.
And Subban has been playing very, very well. I'm a little dicey on Subban because when he does have a bat, it's like no in between.
Yeah. Yeah.
He either stops everything or he lets like 7 in on 10 shots or something.
Yeah. Yep.
uh, oh, glad. Oh, yeah. I'm glad you caught us too. I think that's everything. So I'm going to let you go on your way, John. Everybody
All right.
catch John tonight. He's got to get his vocal cords all ready
Oh yeah.
with a Bud Light or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot Stars should be a good one.
Hawk Stars should be a pretty fun game. The Stars, I think, are going to be without Ropo Hintz. Rupen
Yeah,
Hintz.
Hintz is still on the injured on the injured list, I believe.
They've got a lot of. I mean, you got to really give them a little bit of rope. I mean, Radulov out, Seguin. Take top two. Take your top center and top winger off of every team and see how they do. Really. So.
Yeah, probably not too good.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to. Did you miss any games? We'll go through here for a little bit. Actually, I'm not going to go too much longer because I just got a call from the little lady there. I got to go in a little bit earlier, but I'll go down through the games. Anyways, John's on his way out. Head out, John. Don't worry about it. Just shut her off.
All right, cool.
Leave it
Thank
empty.
you for having me, and talk to you guys all soon.
Yeah. Okay, buddy. You are awesome. Take care, man.
See you later.